Afternoon, everybody. It is the 28th of April. It's coming up to 1:15. Today marks the 4-week anniversary since we all descended on Margate for the Media Day briefings the day before show day on the 1st of April. I can't believe that 4 weeks have passed. It has been, well, they've passed so quickly. In the 4 weeks since, I went through what I can only call my post-competition traumatic phase, where I completely lacked motivation. My mojo disappeared. I think it was distraught that my abs, which had only been visible for a couple of weeks in the past, 39 years, had suddenly decided to cover themselves back up again and disappear in preparation for the Pure Elite Pro World Championships in October. But having spent years and years wanting them, and then them only being visible for a few weeks, it was bloody traumatic, them disappearing. That's not quite true. They're still a little bit visible, but nobody prepares you for that post-competition phase when you pretty much lose all sense of purpose and reality. And in my case, my mojo and motivation. Fortunately, it's come back with a vengeance, and I'm now lifting heavier weights than I was when I was at my peak in preparation for the first competition, which bodes incredibly well for the World Championships. In the 4 weeks that have been since then, I've been very, very lucky to have been involved in a number of media interviews with the BBC and some local print newspapers as well. So as many of you may know, I was involved in the production of a Channel 4 programme called How to Get Fit Fast a few weeks ago, where I had a cameo appearance. There was a long interview about how I'd used HIIT and cardio training and how I prepared myself psychologically to lose all that weight. That does feature in a programme that I believe gets released in the next couple of months, although the broadcast date keeps slipping. But that'll be quite interesting to watch. Since competition, however, I've been overwhelmed with the number of messages I've received from people wanting to know how I did it and trying to get tips and some advice on how they might go about their transformations. And I'm always happy to talk about how I did it and to point people in the direction of those that supported me. But that culminated in a newspaper interview for the West Somerset Free Press and also for the Somerset County Gazette, which were incredible. And although those stories weren't entirely accurate, some elements of it anyway, it gave me an opportunity to reach out to a number of people locally, including some of those who had bullied me as a child, which I talk about in a number of other vlogs, and to sort of say to them, well, you know, you may have bullied me before, but look at me now, kind of thing. And that really did help achieve closure on those demons of the past, which is great. The other two things I was able to do were 2 BBC radio interviews. One was recorded for BBC Somerset, which was phenomenal. I think there were 2 sort of different edits that were broadcast on the same day, which were really exciting. Again, gave me an opportunity to reach out to people in a much wider region. And I've had a lot of messages since those 2 edits were broadcast. Again, people asking for advice and support and just sending messages of congratulations, which has been overwhelming. And then I was also lucky enough last week to appear on the Georgie Spanswick show on the BBC, where all the BBC local radio stations network together across England and the Channel Islands, and do a live interview there, which was really interesting. I didn't have any advance notice of the questions, so I did have to think on my feet, and I tried to sound as positive and as motivational as possible whilst answering the questions as succinctly as I could. And I think it was an okay interview. I quite enjoyed doing it. And again, I've received quite a few messages from people saying that they're now motivated to start their journeys of transformation as well, which is great. Then that's all culminated in yesterday, something really exciting. The BBC television came down to do a series of interviews with me and also record me working out and talking about my entire story, from overcoming childhood bullying, the acne, what impact that had on me, and why I was motivated to stand on stage in a pair of skimpy Speedos. So all in all, that's been absolutely amazing. So I'm looking forward to that being broadcast next week, and I'll send the links around to everybody to show that as well. So really, my focus in the last 4 weeks has been to try and consolidate my story and my journey, to get it recorded, and then to hopefully try and use that to inspire others to start making transformations to their lives, and hopefully embrace a life that is more focused on fitness and healthy eating and healthy living. So if I've been able to do that, then my journey has been incredibly positive, and it's achieved more outcomes and more positive outcomes than I could have ever hoped for. That really, though, is the point at which I achieve closure on my transformation story. So as of midnight tonight, I'm no longer Wayne Martin, the guy who transformed himself from a beast to UK body transformation champion. I'm now a bona fide fitness competitor, and I've already transitioned from amateur competitor to pro competitor. So my focus now over the next 26 weeks, starting at midnight, is on the Pro World Championships back in Margate in October. So we are now working incredibly hard, harder than I have ever worked before, on sculpting a stage-ready pro level physique for the categories that I intend to enter. I'm not going to announce those yet because there may be a few surprises, but looking forward to doing that. We will be starting posing and confidence coaching very soon. We've got a few other surprises lined up to try and make sure that I achieve all of the improvements in my physique and performance and confidence that I need. But really, the focus now is on my journey as a pro fitness competitor, and I'll be vlogging about that journey from now on. Again, occasional, not daily vlogs, but we'll be going from there. Having said that, though, if there is anybody listening to this vlog or following me on any of my social media accounts who wants some advice or to chat through some of the things they're going through, and including the highs and the lows, the positives and the negatives, feel free to message me at any time through any platform. I'm more than happy to talk you through how I did what I did, and also to put you in touch with anybody who might be able to give you more professional support and advice. But I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, or the start to the long bank holiday weekend, or the May bank holiday weekend. Whatever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having fun, doing it safely, and I look forward to speaking to you all again soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.